Hey y'all, it's TNT, and I just wanted to make a quick YouTube video, basically a response to what happened at UCLA yesterday. So, if you guys are subscribed to my channel or you watch my other videos, as you all know, I go to UCLA, and if you were tuning in to the news, the media, or any other form of social media outlets, you probably saw that there was a tragic incident at UCLA, and that happened to be a school shooting. So, honestly, I'm probably going to end up talking in circles because I didn't plan on making this video, but I kind of just want to say what I have on my mind. And, yeah. So, basically, I'm going to tell you from my experience what happened. So yesterday morning, I had, it was a Wednesday morning, I have a seminar, which is a 3-hour class, and I have it in a small classroom in our main library, in the Powell Library, on the 3rd floor. And so we get these things on our phone called Bruin Alerts. And what those tell us, they tell us whenever something's happening near or on campus. So it's like our UCPD, I want to say. It's our alert system. And so as I'm sitting in classroom, everybody's phones go off at like the same time. And we all get a Bruin alert, and it says something about shooting, stay clear of engineering 4. Actually, I'll read you the exact text. And I'm using my laptop, so sorry for the quality. Okay. So the first alert we got said, Bruin alert, police activity, engineering building 4, avoid area until further notice. So we literally get Bruin alerts like that all the time, saying police activity near this area, avoid the area. And I don't want to say nobody ever takes it serious, but since we get them so often and usually they end up being nothing, we just kind of overlook it. And then a few minutes later, we got another Bruin alert that said, shooting at engineering 4, go to secure location and deny entry, lockdown now. So when we got those texts, my professor was still lecturing, and then all of us kind of just looked around, and then we were like, I think we need to be on, like, we're on lockdown. And she went over to her email, she went over to the computer, I guess, checked her email, and she said, oh, okay, and just kind of locked the door and just continued lecturing. So I feel like that was problematic there, because if somebody's on campus with a gun, first of all, every student, every faculty member, every person who's visiting that campus, your safety is in danger. So the fact that we just locked the door and kind of just continued on class, I had an issue with that myself, and I didn't really speak up about it, but I was just like, this isn't really being taken serious. So I texted my parents, and my first thought was like, okay, just pray. Like, this doesn't seem like what's going on. There's a shooting on campus. Like, what? So just pray. So I texted my parents, and I was like, hey, can you please pray? There's a shooting on campus. And I actually texted that to my family group chat, so my 2 brothers and my parents. And then what happened when things just started getting crazy is, if you know the app GroupMe, I'm in about 10 different GroupMes at UCLA. We have like a Black Bruins class of 2019, a Bruin Sisters. Like, we have so many GroupMes at UCLA, and then immediately people were just saying things in a GroupMe. And the whole situation, it just like, it kind of blew up. It kind of got out of hand. So I was reading the group me, and then I got a CNN notification saying shooting at UCLA, KTLA, like all the major media outlets, and it popped up on my little Yahoo newsfeed, and I was like, whoa, this is serious. And so at that moment when it happened, my professor turned on the news, and we were watching the news, and like you can hear all the helicopters going around, but the classroom that I was specifically in, we were not really following lockdown procedures because number one, the blinds were still open. Students were sitting near the windows. The door was locked, but other than that, like it wasn't a lock. You know, I'm pretty sure every school has had lockdown drills, and you know, you stay clear of windows, you close the blinds, you turn the lights off, you stay quiet. None of that was happening. And so my professor made the statement that I'm pretty sure everything's okay. Are you guys comfortable if we continue on with the lesson, and turn the news off? And she said, you guys should probably just avoid, not look at your phones because it's going to make you worried. So I'm just like, I don't want to talk bad about my professor at all. I really think she's a nice lady. But I feel like that was very ignorant and problematic because number one, every person in that classroom we weren't safe. I don't know how I felt about it because I don't know. And like I feel like what really caused me to feel scared is because in our group chat, it was almost like a big, I don't want to say game, but like a big representation of telephone because there was so many false information. A lot of things were being misinterpreted, and I started listening in into the police scanner, and it was just so much going on. So my professor's lecturing still, and I'm getting notifications. Oh, there's 4 shooters. One hit North Campus, one hit South Campus, one is on their way to the dorms, and one is on their way to the apartment. So I'm like, what? Like, why, number one, why are you still lecturing? Number 2, like, y'all, we should be quiet and turn off the lights and close the blinds. Number 3, like, Lord, please help me. And number 4, I'm concerned for my friend's safety. So, like, literally, when I say I got so many hit-ups, like, my phone blew up, and it was, you know how on your birthday, how everybody texts and calls you, and you get all these notifications on social media? That's literally what it was like. It really showed people, I guess that situation really showed, like, who really cared for you, because I got so many, are you okay? Is everything going on? I'm watching the news. Are you right? You're in my prayers. God is watching, like, God, angels have their protections over you, like, so many things, and it was a really scary situation, and I had so many mixed emotions, because number 1, I was scared because I was sitting next to the door. Number 2, I was kind of angry because of the way my professor was handling the situation, because she was still lecturing, we had blinds open, and then she went on to make this statement, it's hot in here, can I open the window? And immediately when she said that, like, I had to speak up, and I was like, I feel like we need to take this situation very serious, and we should all close the blinds and barricade the door. And when I said that, everybody was like, okay. And so she moved a laptop cart in front of the door, and by this time she was finished lecturing, and we closed the blinds, and then instead of turning the lights off, they decided to turn on High School Musical. And when they're turning on High School Musical, I get another CNN notification that 2 people have been killed. It's very problematic. I'm not trying to blame anybody for this situation. I'm not trying to, I feel, even the day after right now, I just feel like it's really sad, because I feel like as Americans, we're so desensitized to violence and to death that it's not an issue. And the fact that even for me personally, after the whole lockdown incident, after being scared for that long, um, that everybody was just able to go on with their day, like nothing ever happened. Like a professor didn't just die, and like somebody didn't just take their own life. And I feel like it's one of those things where you were actually in that situation. Like I was actually in this situation, and then it just seemed real. And people really didn't take it serious. And we had the SWAT team on campus. We had everybody on campus. And I'm sorry, guys, I really don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just trying to speak. Like, I have really weird emotions right now because I just got back from a group meeting and we were talking about what we thought the issue was. And I feel like it's just really sad how there was a LA Times heading and it said UCLA school shooting was just a murder suicide, and so America shrugs. And people, it went from 4 gunmen running around the campus to it being one shooter in a small office. The whole point is somebody still died. And the fact that there was professors during our lockdown sending out emails telling students that they still needed to take an exam, telling them that they needed to find a computer when we're on lockdown, like that just shows that as an institution, as professors, as students, we have to do better because we should not be putting our academics before our well-being, because there's no point in having a PhD if you're not alive, if you're not emotionally stable, and if you're not happy, because it's not going to do anything for you. So the fact that people were more concerned with studying and for their finals than their own safety and their, like, it just really, like, 2 people just died on our campus, y'all. 2 people just died, and it's like it's starting to really hit me now that it's the day after, because like afterwards I just really went home and took a nap, and I just didn't, it was like trying to avoid the situation all over, but I almost feel guilty because I know that I should be mourning. Like the professor who died had 2 kids. Even if he didn't have kids, like the fact that somebody is dead, the fact that somebody took their own life, we need to take the time and acknowledge that and really just sit and dwell on it. Like that could have been any of us. The way that the academics are set up here at UCLA, where people can be that emotionally unstable, or the fact that nobody, I really don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know, I really feel like this whole situation just really shows a lot about this institution and how people react to situations in America in general, and how people are like, oh, it was only 2 people. That whole statement right there, you're making it like those 2 lives were worth less. Like, it, I really don't know how to express my thoughts right now. But I really feel like we should just take the time and acknowledge what happened. Everybody should be having a conversation about that. I know finals are next week, but we should be able, I know a good number of professors are taking the time for themselves and for their students to reflect on what happened and either reschedule their exams or allowing us to use study guides on our tests. Like at UCLA right now, I literally feel like there's no room to breathe. Like with everything that just happened, with people having to move out of their dorms and apartments, finals, and then the incident, the tragedy from yesterday. And I really just don't know. I just feel lost. And I really don't know how to go about this. And I know there's a lot of counseling service on campus right now, and I'll probably talk to somebody about it. but just the way seeing that how everybody just went on with their lives. It's really just sad. And yeah, but that's how I feel about this whole situation. And I'm really concerned, and I really do have the families of both the victim and the suspect in my prayers. And I hope an incident like this will never happen again at UCLA. I really hope that people can learn from what happened and take these types of situations serious, and to really see the value in every human life, to realize we can literally be here today and gone the next. And with all of my heart, I really, really want to say thank you to everybody, either on YouTube, all of my social media, who either texted or called me and just reached out to me and asked if I was okay. The fact that you care about my well-being and thought about me means so much, and I really want to say thank you, especially to all my friends here on campus that asked about me as well. And please keep UCLA in your prayers. And if you're a student, if you're in college, just know that academics are definitely important, but just know that your well-being is important. And it's okay to feel upset. It's okay to take time to yourself when stuff like this happens. You don't have to move on immediately. And I don't know. I don't know. But thank you for listening, guys. Tune in for another video soon.